Hello guys and welcome to another video with Cass on the Maizuma channel. So today I want to talk about note blocks. So we can interact with them using the left mouse button and then they will sound like they sound. And if we want to alter the sound, we can just keep clicking with the right mouse button and then we can alter the sound. But here's the thing, which sound is this? Which sound is exactly this? Because there's more. If I want to move this block anywhere else, like I have to break it, but if I place it, it's going to reset. So now it's not the same sound. You can see from the particles, the colors of the particles, they are all altered. So now you can see that it is very different, and there's a little bit of frustrating bit of this. By the way, if you misclick, you have to click like 24 times more until you get back to the value that you wanted. So before I go ahead, let me recap. We are not able to see which value a note block has. We have to go through clicking on it multiple times in order to change its value. And if we break a block, we basically lose all of our work. This video is about my new data pack called NoteBlock Maestro. And I'm here to showcase some of its features. It's the first version of this data pack. Let's just go to the chat by pressing T and then /trigger NoteBlock Maestro. This is all you have to do to change your lives, guys. Are you ready? So hit enter and ta-da! Go reach it. Welcome to NoteBlock Maestro. And also on screen it's telling us use shift right click with an empty hand on a note block to get started. And we also get 3 note blocks to play with. But even before that, guys, there is one feature that automatically gets activated every time you use this data pack. Which is the probe. So if I look at a block now, nothing really happens, but if I press shift or by sneaking, you can see that some message shows on screen. So if I'm looking at this block, I can now play, and I know that it's an A sharp. How great is this? Finally, you know which note the block is because we have a sort of a probe system here. So now let's do what the chat says and shift right click on the block. Ta-da! And this is what it does. It gives us this menu here that we can access when we press T to access the chat, and we can interact with it. So let's make it be an A, so note number 3, and we just have to click on it. And now if I probe it, I can maybe not see, yeah, but if I probe it, it's an A. So let's say we want to adjust it to something else. I just have to shift right click, the menu shows up. Let's say we want it to be E, like E as in 22, and now let me clear the screen, hold shift or sneak, and it's an E. I don't have to keep clicking it multiple times, and even if I do, if I click it by mistake, I can just adjust it with one click by doing this. And normally, if I just broke the block, it would reset to F, but once I place it back again, it's still an E if I probe it again, and you can use it with any tool to wind it, even your hands. And now I use it normally, so it didn't preserve the information. So as you can see, it's stacked with the other blocks that I already have. So, but this is an easy fix. So let's just get rid of this block because I'm apparently don't know how to play Minecraft anymore, and then set it back to that E that we saw before. Break the block by sneaking at the same time, and once I place the block anywhere, it's still going to be that E because it preserves information now. And you don't actually need a note block to be able to use the menu. You can like look anywhere and just hit the notes, and they will sound like whatever this instrument says it's going to sound. So if I want to say a bass, or let's say bells, if I keep hitting the notes by clicking on them, they will sound whatever they sound like. So, and I can keep changing instruments. Let's try this didgeridoo. I don't even know how to pronounce this word. Okay, but we are not sure which notes are these, which is a little bit inconvenient still with the data pack. So one thing we can do is to access the menu now, and as you can see, we have settings here. We have to click on settings, and we can change our probe mode because our probe is set to sneak mode. So if we hit auto now, so now we have an auto probe. So every time, let me clear the menu here. Every time I look at a block, you can see here that I can clearly see which note those blocks are set to. And if I look at something that is not a note block, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to detect automatically the presence of note blocks, and then you're going to have an on-screen display all the time. And you can, if you don't want this kind of functionality, you can access the menu, settings and set it to off. So I just showed you how you can interact with the menu even if you don't have a note block nearby. So another thing you can do is to use the player, which is a experimental feature for now. So for now you can go to settings and turn the music player on, and once you go back to your menu you're gonna have this line here. So for now there's no tune selected. So what you can do is to click on this button here to load a tune. And the first thing we have here is Beethoven Symphony number 9. Let's try this. The way this works for now, keep in mind guys, this is an experimental feature because I have plans for this data pack, is we can click on this little note here and it's going to play the first note of this thing. And as I keep clicking on this, I'm going to go through the song step by step, at least in one track. So let's try this. Da, 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 da. See how much better it is with my voice? Do you guys know this one? Maybe not my name, but you probably heard it before. Let's try this. Cool, huh? Some mistakes, of course, because I'm clicking on this thing, but it just demonstrates the capabilities of this thing. So what else do we have? We wish you a Merry Christmas. Very convenient at this time of the year. Let's try this. And that's not only that, guys. You can change instruments. As you probably noticed, every time we load a new song here, it also changes instrument automatically. And we can also do this manually. So let's try maybe the chimes. And a happy new year. How cool is that, guys? Of course, I have to say the third time, it's an experimental feature and it's intended for something in the future. But for now, you get to play with these things. So let's see what else we have here. Hey Jude, let's try this a little bit. Hey Jude. Alright, so yeah, you can play with this if you guys want. There's also Happy Birthday, very convenient. Another thing you can do, which is a little bit funny, is you can actually try to extract the songs from this. Let's try the Happy Birthday itself. So, by the way, I have to scroll through all of them again, so they reset. Let's try... Okay, Happy Birthday. And if I press the note, it's not only gonna play the note, but it's also going to record it to this note block if I'm looking at it. So see, it's now set to a D, so number 20. And if I hit this, this is now set to another D, but 8. And let's place the next note here, and the next one here, and so on. So let's try this now. So I basically used the preset that I had with the data pack to record the data pack notes into note blocks inside the Minecraft world. So let's try this. If I can manage, because there's no redstone here. Ideally, you would have redstone hooked up here with the delays all encoded so that you can press a button and then play the entire song. So let's try this. And there you go. So the idea for the future is to allow you guys to record your own stuff using this little menu here, and you can record it to your own storage, and then later you can just keep clicking on blocks, and then you're going to record whatever you recorded to the world, and then you can have this in survival. So this is basically a way to make your life easier. So you can mine blocks and they will preserve their state. You can set notes directly. just from right-clicking those. You can keep most of the vanilla behavior without any changes, and you can have a few options in here. Of course, guys, let's turn off the music player so we don't see it all the time. Of course, I'm going to need some feedback with this, guys. For now, I don't recommend using these on your original map, so make a copy of your map or just play with it in creative, because this is the beta version. This is the first version of this, and it's not going to destroy anything in your world, don't worry, but it might leave some stuff like scoreboards and things that I will need to remove when installing the official version of this. So if you guys could give me some feedback on any suggestions and requests that you guys want to see included in this data pack, I will try to include all of those. For now, this is my largest data pack project so far, and I hope that this is going to be useful to you guys. Soon enough, it's going to be available on Planet Minecraft and possibly on my personal page, but for now, it's just going to be available on my Discord server, so just join us, accept the terms, and then you can download this for free and just play. Give me some feedback, and then we can work on this together, possibly. So for now, guys, I guess that's all that I wanted to show. Except for this, by the way, you can turn it off if you don't want any of these features on your server. By the way, it's supposed to work on single player for now exclusively, but I'm working on it, so it's going to work on multiplayer as well. And if you want to turn it off, you just have to trigger it again. So trigger NoteBlock Maestro, and there you go. There's a message on screen saying that it's off, and if you run the command again, it's going to be on, just like that. All right. So yeah, guys, I hope this is useful. Please leave a comment. I hope this is fun to watch. Of course, it's not. Anyways, guys, have a great day, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.